So Azula, thank you very much for your answer. Just a few words about the quality of your answer. So um, you said it's a really blah 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 holiday. It's a really blah 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 holiday. For example, you said it's really colorful holiday. The
Mm-hmm.
article is missing. It's a really colorful holiday. A more serious mistake was made. You said, I wish I can. Remember that after the I wish construction, we never use the present simple tense, never. Instead, we use the past simple or the past continuous or the past perfect tense, any past tense. In this particular
Mm-hmm.
case, you should have said, I wish I could. And then you wanted to say that your childhood dream about playing the piano didn't realize, right? It didn't come true, I must
Right.
say. In this case, you could have used the phrase verb fall through. So my dreams, or that dream of mine fell through. That dream of
Mm-hmm.
mine fell through. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Now we're proceeding to the next step. Ready?
Yes, of course.
Of course, even of course. Hold on a sec, please. Hold on a sec. Yeah. So my first question is the following. So are you optimistic or pessimistic about the future and why?
Well, it's such a challenging question
It is. It
because
is.
it is. I like I told.
Mm-hmm.
Because as an optimistic person, I want to believe that with the high speed of life and this process of globalization and with this new devices or uh, uh, the power of science, we can solve any type of problem. But on the other hand, I see the life um, around me, and my sides are not so optimistic like I want them to be. So, um, for example, in my country, people are not so interested in recycling processes. For instance, there are um, how can I say, only a few groups of people who really care about ecological problems or air pollution problems, and they do something, and they want to protect our planet by sorting the rubbish or doing some recycling stuff. But I also see some of my friends who are not even care or not even thinking about the future or the life for their kids. I mean, the environment for their kids, and they use plastic inside of some eco materials to only save their time as much as possible. So um, I think that if the humanity continues to be to ignore the problems of our planet, there couldn't be optimistic future for for the next generations, and it can be the main reason of some global and big problems.
You know, you sound so global. Actually, I meant to ask you something about yourself, about your perspectives. Are you optimistic about your own future?
Well, you mean in what field of my life?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I need you to concretize
Okay.
your
Okay. I will
question.
next time I will specify my questions.
Okay.
So, would you answer the question about yourself? Are you optimistic about
Uh,
your future or not?
my future with fighting ecological problems, you mean?
Why
Or
exactly ecological
my
problems? Why are you linking your future with ecology? So how old are you?
because,
Zula, you're roughly 20 years old, right?
yes,
And you are still
but
single. So let's talk about your maybe marriage future. So marriage perspective. So what do you think of that, of that type of your future?
well, in this case, I'm really optimistic because I can say that I'm really attractive, and maybe not maybe, I can surely say that I'm very beautiful, and not only beautiful, but I can say about myself that I'm also smart. And my life position is always about getting more knowledge in any spheres of life. As so About marriage, I can say that there are 8 billion peoples all over the world. So one day, I'm pretty sure that I can find someone who with whom I can spend the rest of my life. So I'm not so interested in this at this time of my life, because now I pay more attention to my studying process, or I'm really interested to find new information or new knowledge. For example, I'm studying English, and also I'm studying Spanish, and I can say that there is no limits for people nowadays, so you can be whoever you want, and marriage is on the um,
At the
last step.
at the end of your wish list.
Yeah.
Oh, many people of your age think this way, and they keep on thinking that way until they find out that it's too late to think about their private life, because their private life train has gone. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's my point of view. Well, let's go over your answer. You said in the beginning, you said some of my friends are not optimistic as I want them to be. Well, actually, in this particular case, you should have used the double S construction. So my friends aren't as optimistic as I would like them to be. Double S, as
Mm,
optimistic as. Okay. Then
okay.
you could have said, so my friends are not quite enthusiastic about their future. Enthusiastic. You could have used this word
Mhm.
as well. It's a good vocabulary unit. Then you said next generations. It's okay. It's okay. But instead, you could have said upcoming generations.
Mm,
Then you wanted to change the mainstream of your topic, starting to consider the matter of marriage. In this case, you should have said, as for marriage.
mhm.
Then you said, uh, as far as I know, there are 8 billions people. Why did you add as? Whenever we give a particular number of millions, billions, thousands, etc., we never add as. For example, 3,000 people, 8 million people, 8 billion people, but not billions.
Mhm.
Then you said, I'm interested to find something, blah, blah, blah. Interested is always followed by the preposition in, and that's why it's followed by a gerund. I'm interested in finding a a proper job.
Mhm.
Okay, you said you've made another subject disagreement mistake. You said there is no limits. There aren't limits. There are no limits.
Sorry,
Oh, it's
got
okay.
it.
As they say, practice makes perfect. So my next question, what is your idea of a perfect day? I know that the Japanese are crazy about holidays, about considering any single minute of their mm, free time. So, how about you? What is your idea of a perfect day, and how different is it from that of other people living around you?
Well, as many people, I also dream about vacations or holidays with my friends or family members, and I'm sorry, but for me, the best way of spending my weekend is just laying on the beach and not doing anything because I work 90 hours per week, and it's really hard and challenging, not only for my physical health but also for my mental health. And I really need to take a day uh, just to relax by doing nothing and enjoying my uh, time. For instance, as I mentioned above, this is spending a day on the beach where I um, relax and the sounds of the waves are uh, sounds of the waves really get me comfortable, and I feel some patience, and it fills me with good energy and put me in high spirits. And I can say that I feel some kind of connection with the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to me like ocean takes the ocean takes all of my problems, or some how can I say, my worries, and put them away with its waves. And it really helps me and treats me in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Okay, but I want to ask you one question, please. You you describe your ideal day very, I would say, in detail. And I just
Mhm.
while listening to you, I just pictured your words. Okay, I imagined even myself lying on the beach and listening to the waves coming back and forth. Okay, and that calms me down. So the ocean waves take away my worries, my problems. Everything's fine except for one thing. Frankly speaking, listening to your answer, I failed to understand. Do you need anybody around you or not while you are enjoying your perfect day? Yes, a good question of mine.
Well, basically,
Let me guess. No, you don't need anybody around when you're enjoying your idle day, because for you, an idle day is when you are alone. Am I right saying that?
yes, of course. And maybe, the life here in Tokyo, where I live, is very fast, and there are a lot of people around me. And also at my work, when I need mm, to communicate with a lot of people every day and every minute. So I need only one day during a week when I can be alone with myself and enjoy the best company
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Mm-hmm. Now I see the root of the problem. You do a very depressing job communicating with your co-workers, with your clients, or whatever they are in the office. Okay, I've got it. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So let's go over the mistakes you made. First of all, when I say that I liked your answer, really, because it was so great. You made me imagine this description in detail, and it was really pictureful, picturesque. I'm sorry. It was
You.
really great. But you said laying on the beach. No, lay means put. You meant to say lying on the beach, because lay
Oh yeah.
means put, but lie means to get down, right?
Mhm.
Then you could have said, oh, it affects my health. Working in an office where I'm supposed, or where I've got to talk to thousands of different people, gets me down, and definitely it affects my health. For that reason, at least once a day, I try to find a shelter, not only for my body, but for my soul as well. And that place, that secret place, is a beach. Few people know where it is, and usually, whenever I need to find peace inside myself, I rush there. Okay, you could say it like this. Then you said,
Mhm.
get me comfortable. It's very spoken, you know. Actually, you are going to take an IELTS examination, an IELTS exam. That means that you're supposed to show off your academic speaking skills.
Mhm.
That's too, I would say, backstreet boys, all right, language. Well, instead you could have said, oh, that makes me feel comfortable. La la la. Oh, Zula, I know the way you speak English. Well, your English is okay, especially when it comes to getting somebody down in the dialect. I know when I put you with somebody to work in the pair, so you get that person down. But this is not the case. It won't work out with when you're communicating with the IELTS examiner, because it's like a
Okay.
battle between the dwarf and the giant. I'm sorry to say that words, but it's true. So be careful that you use super duper uh, officially
Prescribe.
officially um, allowed expressions. Okay.
Okay.
And please, next time, I know a couple of times I heard you use some F words. Please don't do that when you're speaking to the IELTS examiner. Yeah. As the Americans say, watch your P's and Q's. You know this idiom? Watch
No.
your P's and Q's. That means be careful and select the right words when speaking to someone.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
What I also liked about the answer that you said, that the ocean takes your worries, but you forgot to use the preposition away, take away. However, immediately after that expression, he used that preposition, and that's why, on the whole, I can say that it was all right. But remember, take away is a better option to say. So the ocean waves take away my worries, okay, my problems. Mhm. Okay, thank you. Really, really good. Thank you. Next,
Thank you.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
It is another provocative question. So, how would you spend your money if you became very rich?
Wow. Really. interesting question
It is.
because I need to answer honestly, or
It
or
depends.
I
It
don't know,
depends. Okay,
or
whatever it
something
is,
like
you
here.
should answer so that you impress me positively.
Okay, then well, um, if one day I become super rich person, I want to spend this money um, not only for my family or my friends, but also I want to leave my how can I say, leave my signature in this world.
Hmm.
To be more precise, I want to do something which will help thousands of people, and write down my name into the history.
Wow.
And yeah,
Okay, you are so modest, you know. Okay,
yeah.
go on, go on.
For instance, maybe so that you get a clear picture, my mother is a doctor, and I see how much pain it how much pain how painful it could be to be a doctor when everything about medicine, but there are some occasions when even money or medicine won't work. So in these cases, I really want to help her. And for example, um, if I could have um unconditional limits in money, I could, for example, build some laboratory where the best tanks of humanity can find the solution of such kind of disease, and it really can save the lives of billion people and make them back to the life. And I think that um, every person should think not only about the benefits for his budget, but also think about how can we help to the upcoming generations and to the people around us. And I think that if you can help at least one person in the world, so there will be one more people that will remember you with the warmth, and can also tell to his friends or family members. And this is kind of history that you can leave behind you um, when your story will be at the finish line.
Mhm, mhm. Thank you very much. Really good answer. Thank you. Well, I like the contents of your answer, and it is close to my point of view, my position. Well, as for the mistakes you made, so the first one you said, if one day I become super rich person, you said, if I become a super rich person, so the article is missing. Then remember that the verb spend is never followed by the preposition for. Instead, it's followed
Oh,
by the preposition on.
mhm.
Then you said thousand of people. In this case, thousands of people, because you don't mention the exact number of thousand. That's why you say thousands of people.
Mhm.
I just wanted to compare the following sentences. Um, Hundreds of people came to the meeting. By
Mhm.
hundreds, you mean a lot of people came. And the next
Mhm.
sentence to compare. So 200 people came to the meeting. In this sentence, you underline the exact number of people who came to the meeting.
Mhm. Got it. Thank you.
Then you said tanks. I guess you meant to say think tanks.
Oh yeah, I forgot this word.
It's
Sorry.
okay. And then solution 4, no, solution 2.
Uh-huh.
Finally, so applying great intellectual effort, they can find a solution to the problem.
Mhm.
Okay, not bad. Thank you. Ready for the next question?
Yeah.
It's a very, very personal. It's very, I would even say private. So, which means that you can lie, lie, lie on and on. Okay, the question is
Okay.
the question is the following. Actually, yes, when I first saw you, I asked myself the same question which I'm going to ask you now.
Okay.
So, would you like to do anything drastic to improve your appearance? I mean to say, when I first saw you, I asked myself, oh, she can't be that naturally beautiful. She must have done something. I mean, kind of surgery operation on her face, etc. Because you really look really nice, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So glad to.
yeah. That's why I have chosen this question. Okay, would you like to do anything drastic to improve your appearance?
Well, to be honest,
Mhm.
I had some problems at my childhood. So that you get a clear picture, kids at my school, like many kids at this age, are really, how can I say, aggressive, or they don't think about the consequences of their some rude words. And unfortunately, my classmates always used to smile at my nose,
Mhm.
and they even used to call me Penelope. Maybe you know about this book.
Ah, okay, okay,
So it
okay.
was really painful because I was a little kid, and maybe that's why I had some problems when I was a teenager.
Mhm.
And um, I um, um, I used to worry about my appearance, about what people will, about what people would think uh, of about me, or even I had some problems with my, um, how can I say, um,
Look up this what in your dictionary.
oh, thank you.
La 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 la.
Confidence. Sorry, I remember. With my confidence, and one day when I was um, 16 or 17, I don't remember.
Mhm.
I was dating with my first boyfriend, and he told me that I don't have any imperfections, and he showed me how beautiful am I, and I even stopped to use tons of makeup products because I used to do some tricks with my nose using some um, makeup stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
he showed me that I am perfect and I don't even need to show someone this, not this, but my trauma. And I really, I really believed in his words,
Mm-hmm.
and it was that point of my life when I get over with all this appearance stuff and put my attention on things that are more imperative and that are really need my attention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, frankly speaking, I I spotted only one mistake. You said he showed me how beautiful am I. It's not a question. That's why you should have said he showed me how beautiful I was, and not
Uh,
am, because the first verb is in the past simple form. That's why all the other verbs
mhm.
in the same sentence should be taken in the same tense, in the past tense. So he showed me how beautiful I was. A very interesting answer. Thank you. So
Thank you.
the next question is a little bit, relatively easy to answer. So, what hobbies do you have, and which one? What hobbies would you like to take up in the future, and why?
Well, um, as many people, I'm keen on collecting something. For example, I really enjoy collecting marks, and if
Marks?
it
I'm
is,
sorry to interrupt you. What do you mean by marks?
oh sorry, stamps.
Ah, stamps.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
now I get it. Stamps. Okay.
Collecting stamps because uh, this is the best way of connection between present life and past life.
Mm-hmm.